it's important to have grace in various situations in life. I'm going to share with you just a story that happened 3 days ago. I was arrested. And I'm just going to sort of let you in on how the elements about me, how I carried myself, and why it's helpful and why it's important to have an understanding of being graceful within situations, an understanding of perception management in situations, and basically how your appearance helps you. So I've been on a bit of a spree when it comes to buying devices. I've been buying, this is my camera. I got a spare camera as well, and then a third one somewhere as well. And essentially I've just been buying devices and spare devices because as a professional, you don't want to get caught off guard. Should be that something happens to your device and you're still able to show up with another and still be able to function. So what I did was I bought some headphones from a shop at Bulawayo Center. So then that's one of our it's basically one of our main shopping centers. I bought it from a shop there. I got a receipt for it, and this is super important. So, one, in having the receipt, you have evidence that you purchased it and it's from a legitimate shop. And basically, that's one of the elements that saved me. But there's more elements in there. There's someone who got robbed of these earphones before they were sold to me. It was sold in a chain up until it got up to me at that shop. So essentially they put out an alert to Samsung. These are Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, by the way, their latest earbuds. I use them professionally because I might work with musicians and might need to understand what something sounds like on high end earbuds. But essentially, they sent an alert to Samsung. Samsung sent an alert to me saying, oh, these buds have been lost. Your location is being tracked and so on and so forth. So I emailed the person. I said, please come to me. I'm at such and such a location. They came with police because, of course, they don't know any better. They don't know that I'm not a thief. Do you see what I mean? So what happened is we had to go to the police station and I was under arrest for that day. Now, the way I'll be under arrest is very different than the way another person will be under arrest, because as much as I'm under arrest, I'm not under arrest at all, whatever. This is a way of carrying yourself, yeah? You could be under arrest and worried about it, and you could be under arrest and not worried about it. And this here is a skill of composure. Something bad will happen, but the idea in life is you need to train yourself mentally to be able to stay calm as something bad happens. This comes from repetition of something bad happening. Meaning, you can make something bad happen to you again and again until it doesn't affect you anymore and the button is flat, or as things that are bad happen, observe yourself and internalize your reaction, understand it so that it is not as vivid the next time. Do not be heavily perspiring, do not be breathing like whatever when you're in the police station because you don't have a sort of being used to. A not ideal scenario. You need to still have grace within that scenario. Do you see? So quite simply, and my case moved very quickly, it just took a day, which honestly speaking, I don't police cases don't normally take a day, like where I'm from. Like it takes some time for everything to be worked out. But, you know, when you show up to the police station and you're dressed in a tuxedo, right? Your hair has been done and, you know, there's a mild attitude to you. Like, there's nothing you could ever do to me. Get off of me. You know, a person can tell that, no, like, this is not the caliber of person who would have this type of trouble. The way that you carry yourself tells people the caliber, the level of person that you are. Yeah. The son of the emperor does not carry himself like a commoner. And you can tell just from his behavior that somehow this person definitely did not steal that ham. It's got to be someone else. So I could tell just from the way they were interacting with me at the police station. They were very respectful. They were, yes, like, I had to go to the police station because, you know, we couldn't just resolve it outside. But I'm also not just like losing my device without my money back. I'm not like that. Someone is paying me. So we went to the police station. I showed my receipt. We went to not the next day, but 2 days later, just because the next day was Sunday. On Monday, we went to the actual shop, and basically the shop was given a breakdown that this thing was stolen, and that they'll need to refund me, and I'll need to give back the buds to the original owner. The reason I'm pointing out like the elements of my appearance, well, the reason why I'm pointing it out is the way that you look, right, can determine whether or not you are even suspicious of something. Yeah, the way that you behave can determine whether or not you are even suspicious of something. There's a way that a lowly person behaves, and then there's a person who's just too damn high, like, you know what I mean? Donald Trump's son, there's no way. Like, if someone stole something from the shop and you just saw this Donald Trump's son, even if you don't know who it is, you can tell that, no, not this one. Yeah? And you will know that, okay, if I ask this guy to present evidence, he will simply come up with it. I was never given a question of, are you maybe connected to the person they never even asked me. Do you see? They assumed that I had a receipt. And that's what I'm giving you today. The importance of grace in a non-ideal situation. And the way that you practice grace, learn grace in a non-ideal situation is get yourself into non-ideal situations in life. Sounds a bit strange, but essentially, sometimes there's an opportunity to jump into a maybe not quite so comfortable situation. The idea is you jump into it because it will help your mental composure to be able to handle and withstand whatever that pressure is within that situation. And the importance of your grace, your composure, your appearance, the importance of this is down to the way people treat you. It changes. If I was wearing, let's say, a shirt and shorts, dirty, like, you know what I mean, like dirty sneakers, maybe something amiss about the shirt, like, you know, unironed. So, do you see? If I had maybe like my front teeth were rotten, I had like outbreak of pimple, they would ask me, they'd say, how do we know that you are not the... But listen, I showed up and I was ready for runway on that day. And I'm always like that. I could be drinking a cup of tea at home. You will find me in a cuff-linked shirt. And this helps me in life. I wanted to just share it with you that your appearance actually is a key part of your life because it can make someone get to a conclusion quickly. A good one or a bad one, but definitely a conclusion.